for all of you as I mess with my filter. Sure, whatever. I have an obscene amount of freckles. But I'm going to wait for you guys to all pop on, and then I'm just going to mess up everything. All messages. So I'll tell you guys the update of my health and what's going on. But I'll wait for you guys. I'm just chilling on my couch right now. I went outside for a walk. It was a long walk. But yeah, there's a lot. So I'm going to wait till you guys all pile in. You guys are probably like, wow, she's live. Yeah, I figured I'd just go live and tell you guys my health stuff. With you guys all being here. I figured we're like a family, so you guys really should know. So make sure you guys comment down below so I know who's here. And I know YouTube takes a minute. It really does. It takes forever. Sorry, my finger's in the way. Hey, Carrie. How was your Sunday doing? Ellie, Amy, hi guys. I was going to do a video and tell you guys all about my health, but I feel like it's just better when it's like shitty news to just go live and do it. Because then I can just answer everybody's questions. And I'm all about community always, but information is important. Because I'm not going to be the only one in the world going through this. Doctors constantly ignore people. I can't say doctors. There's more PAs in my healthcare facility than there is doctors, which is not supposed to be that way. Hey Marlene, I haven't seen you in forever, girl. But yeah, I have a sinus infection. Actually, I've had it for 3 months. But I finally went to the doctor. I asked to see somebody different because my primary sucks. Like, she's terrible. So I saw Dr. Newman, and he was like, girl, you got a sinus infection. I was like, yeah, it's not going away. Because sometimes they do. Yeah, no. But this is different health issues. I'm just finally on an antibiotic because mega heartburn. Doesn't matter what I take with it. Hey, Nicole. Are all your Sundays doing well? How's your face if you got dentures? Or how's your health if you have my hot mess diseases? Or just a shit ton anyway. It's funny because I remember talking to my endocrinologist and she's like, sadly, when somebody has one, you're going to get more. Why? Why is that? Can we just not? Can we, please? Yeah, well, I've been really busy with taking Thomas to swimming lessons and just doing a whole bunch of stuff. But it's more like what I have to say is so shocking that it's better to do it live. And I was waiting until I felt a little bit better and I wasn't coughing every second from post-nasal drip. It's crazy that an endocrinologist who's 24 years old knew what was wrong with me, just meeting me once. I was like, shit. When I was going through all this stuff, you were still in freaking high school. Learn quicker. Where were you? You're welcome, Nicole. Well, you know, I wanted my YouTube channel to be like a big support group. And facts. Not just people's opinions, because we all have different opinions. And no offense, opinions don't matter to me. It doesn't. It really doesn't. I want somebody to be factual. I want somebody to give me the facts so I can make my own decision. That's why I do what I do. So when people ask me to also give my opinion, I'll give the facts always. But then I give my opinion of the facts. And also my experience of it. And there's so many videos I have in my mind for dentures, it's insane. Because there's so many questions that people are emailing me about that I'm like, all right, I haven't spoke about this in a while. It's time to do the videos now. Because I get so frustrated. Hi, Funky Uncle John. I haven't seen you in a minute either. Sorry, guys, just reading the comments. Well, Amy, it's not about, like, people would say, what dentures we were? Normal dentures, bro. It's not because, of insurance, you get different dentures. That's not even true, because I have state insurance. It's really how they're made. Granted, they're all made with the same crap with the normal dentures that everybody gets. The normal ones. Not digital, but normal ones. Um, they're all made with the same material, but it's the person who makes them. Even if the dentist or the denturist, because I know Canada does denturists and stuff, if they do not do it correctly and they're just like, hurry up, get it done kind of shit, you're going to have shit dentures. Hey, Ellie. I'm glad that a lot of my videos have helped. I just wanted to make videos of, I was in your guys' shoes once, I had no freaking idea. And I had to learn the hard way. Back when I started using like YouTube and stuff, everybody was just about opinions or their day in the life with dentures. It wasn't facts. It wasn't informational. And then when I started it, about 2 years later, other people started it, but they were just more like bullies. Mean and rude. It wasn't like coming together as a community. And I'm not about that life. I don't watch other people's videos. I don't get involved. I don't do any of that. I just put videos out there. If people want to watch them, they can watch them. Hi, Ina. Yeah, I don't think tagging works on a live. Okay, so that's actually a good question, Amy. Well, a good statement, because my dentures were crooked too, but you got to understand. And I said this in my last live. If you guys take your tongue and put it at the side of your mouth, right there on the bottom, or your finger, see how far it goes down. Now do it to the other side. You're always going to have one that goes deeper than the other. So it's not like the denture was made wrong, it's just your mouth is misshapen. So is everybody else's. So you just do an adjustment to level it out. But you'll have one that's down and one that's not, which sucks. Luckily, mine are both pretty down, except for this one is the hair not down. Okay, so I'm going to say this before I tell you guys what's going on with my health. Unless you have medical problems that you absolutely need to do avioplasty, don't do it unless you absolutely need to. Because there were people emailing me saying, well, the doctor did it while they were pulling out my teeth and they took out a lot of bone and stuff. Why would they do that? To make my denture fit better. Really? Because your body's naturally going to do it anyway. And when your body naturally does it, that means when it's all said and done, it ain't going to fit anymore. It will be barely any bone. Why would they ever take it out? You need it. Once the teeth come out, that is your bone loss. And then the rest of the jaw moves into each socket and makes that thin ridge that we all have that are veterans. And it takes about a year or so for that to happen. Molars take the longest. The front teeth, because they're only one little root part, they're actually heal pretty quick. Like really quick. But if you do avioplasty, unless you have a health reason where you absolutely need to get it done, don't do it. And even my dentist even told me not to do that crap. They said you need the bone. You need the bone to fill in the holes in the sockets. It's going to be really uneven and messed up if they take out the bone. So it's crazy that dentists do that. What annoys me is that dentists barely get schooling for dentures. They don't get much schooling at all. And I've had many conversations with companies and stuff because they would love more than anything to go into a dentist school and really teach them and bring denture wearers with them, because they don't learn much at all and they make bad choices for us. And we're always taught to trust doctors. So one thing I've learned is don't. I trust one doctor. That's it. He's never did me wrong. And he listens. And he knows I'm all about facts. I research the shit out of everything. And I'm not the type of person to get scared of what I read, because I'm already scared about what I'm going through. So finding the answer just makes me feel better that we're close to getting me better, you know? But avioplasty is not needed for the normal person that does need to get it done. I have no freaking idea. That's a great question to ask your dentist. Because first of all, I didn't need a soft reliner until month 2 or 3. I don't even remember. But I know it was 2 or 3. Because what my dentist did when they do the goo in your mouth, he molds it up to every part. Like he takes his fingers and lifts it up and molds it. And every part of my denture. So my denture was so tight and so secure that I didn't need anything. until month 2 or 3. You can get a soft reliner done. Like if your dentures, guys, if your dentures are loose the day you get them, hand them back and say, yeah, no. Now you're setting me up for failure. Because if you got to heal with them, now you can't eat or even wear them because they're unusable. But they should be allowing you if you have a warranty. So if you don't have a warranty, you could do your own soft reliners. And it's way cheaper anyway. If you have a warranty, this is what sucks. The dentist controls when you get them. So even if you need them, they won't do them. I've seen a lot of dentists do that. So be vocal, advocate for yourself. Say, well, I can't wear them, so I need you to do them now. You could tell them, hey, if it's unlimited soft reliners, I should be able to get them whenever I want to. Always make sure you have unlimited if you're going to have a warranty, but you always got to speak up for yourself. Because I know a lot of people just do what they're told, but you can still respectfully answer and speak for yourself. Because it's not okay for them to make you pay for a warranty and then not do the warranty. Yeah, Denture Fit's a godsend. Yeah, okay, so there's main reasons why people get sore spots. They could be too tight. They could be up too high or, down here digging into the jawbones. Or if they're too loose. If they're too loose and they're plopping around, because all adhesive melts in water. All of them. There is no waterproof one, I promise you. I've tried them all. They all melt in water. So if you have spaces and holes, the water's coming in, melting your adhesive. When you take out your dentures at night, they should not be easy to come out. And if they come out, that shouldn't be mushy or disappeared. Because that means you're eating the adhesive. And that's not good. That is not healthy for you. Soft reliners are needed. They are very much needed. Whether it's the bottom should always be done once a month because they're annoying. There's no palate. There's no suction. And food and water always go to the bottom, not the top. So the top you can get away with maybe every month and a half, 2 months, depending on how you feel. The bottom needs to be done on a regular basis because no adhesive is going to work. But yeah, if your dentures are too loose, that's what's causing it. Hey, Nancy. Thanks, Nicole. I'm just honest and I'm truthful. And I've almost died too many times for me to allow to be bossed around by any doctor. I've seen you guys suffer for the last 4 years so insanely. And the emails and pictures advocate for yourself. It's important. Cushion grip, stay away from. It's a waste of money. Look at my review. Shit you not. The person who originally owned Cushion Grip gave it away and sold it to Big Pharma. So, when I did my own Cushion Grip video, Cushion Grip, the Big Pharma people contacted me and they said, we agree with you. Because I do it by direction when I do reviews. So nobody can say, oh, I didn't do this, blah, blah, blah. No, I did it. I did it to the T. It was hard to mold, and it doesn't work or last longer than a few hours. It was a mess. So I will never recommend Cushion Grip. It's also like $10 to $12, a freaking tiny tube that you're going to use an entire day. They're also not a soft reliner. Too many people make the mistake and use them as a soft reliner. They are not. They're not even an adhesive, but they're put down as an adhesive because there's no other category for them. There's no other way to describe them because they're not a soft reliner. Soft reliners are 3 months or more that they stay in your mouth and fix all the problems. This lasts 1 or 2 days. It says like up to 4 days or some shit, but that's a lie. So they said to use what other people do and put it in little balls and just stick it where you need it. I'm like, well, that's not the directions. And I'm not going to lie to the people who watch me. So Denture Fit is a soft reliner. Cushion Grip is not. I don't even know what it is, to be honest with you. I'm going to be real. I have no idea what to put it in. Because it's definitely not an adhesive. It's definitely not a soft reliner. I don't know. But even the company said don't use it by direction, which change the directions then. Not that hard. But to use little balls and stick it where you need it, but where you need it everywhere, That's why it's important to do a soft reliner first before you do cushion grip. Because then you can just put it wherever you need it. Soft reliners first, and it's not a soft reliner. Thanks, Amy. Yeah, don't go by packaging. Don't. Definitely don't. I don't know what I did, but I fucked up something. Yeah, please do soft reliners, guys. Please, like I've said this till I'm blue in the face. Do soft reliners. Okay, so since whoever's on is going to be on, because I know it's Sunday, people have lives. But I do want to keep you guys posted of my health, because a lot of you have been following me of what's going on my thyroid, endocrinology-wise. Well, saw the endocrinologist. We did some testing. It's a dexamethasone test where they give you that at like 11 p.m. and then you do the blood test at like 7 in the morning. And mine was still in normal range, which means pituitary. So my mom, when I was younger, I was like 5 to 7 years old. It's a blur. But I know she had a benign pituitary tumor. And she had to get surgery done, blah, blah, blah. Cool. But they're thinking due to my symptoms and everything, it's probably the case. So I go for to confirm it that I have it. Because, I mean, literally all my symptoms match it. Even she said, she's like, not a lot of doctors are smart enough to think, all right, besides the thyroid, it would be adrenal glands or pituitary that would have very similar symptoms than thyroid because they all work together. All three of them work together as like a team, which mine suck. Which is why I only gained weight in my midsection. It's called the thyroid stomach. It looks like I'm pregnant all the time, which sucks. But I want it to go away because I've been small my whole life and I'd rather keep it that way. So I do my MRI the 26th, and I do my brain MRI for MS because that hasn't been done in 3 years, which goes to show how great my primary is. And I do the pituitary MRI to confirm what's going on in there because I also am not having good blood flow. And my memory loss is so bad. It's like I can see the words, but I can't say them sometimes. And end up playing charades. Or I can't remember even remotely what I did yesterday. But if anybody followed me for the last years, you would know that I was not able to feel temperature until last year. So when I did my research, because you know me, I'm going to do research, and it showed sulfasalazine is actually used to shrink thyroid tumors, pituitary tumors, and other tumors, benign or not. So sulfasalazine saved my freaking life. That was why whatever was by my hypothalamus to stop me feeling temperature, and I couldn't sweat either until last June, not this, a year ago. That's when I was able to start feeling temperature, able to sweat. Like I would have 2 box fans on me and I would not even feel much of a breeze at all. And that's insane. Especially box fans. Yeah, Carrie, boy can I relate, sepsis girl. That's why I got these. Because I was put on Cellcept, which almost killed me. So, yeah, I probably have a pituitary brain tumor, which, whatever. I just want to know what it is so I can get fixed, bro. I've been through this for over 14 years. I've suffered and only got worse. And I even asked and did my research that is it possible to get blood clots and have overbody swelling? And they said if it was not found soon enough, you can absolutely get pulmonary embolisms from the blood clots, from the systemic swelling, which is exactly what happened a year and a half ago. For like an entire year, I suffered. And my doctor's like, oh, it's anxiety. Yeah, bitch, you almost killed me. So, they're thinking absolutely it's pituitary tumor. So when I get more information and when I take a picture of it, I show it to you guys because that's cool. I find the human body fascinating. Ever since I had all these health issues and the way the body reacts or even helps itself and works as a team, I find it so cool. And some of my, like, the new doctors are, like, confused by me because I'm like, dude, that's cool. And when I said that to the endocrinologist, so I saw my endocrinologist and then I saw the head of endocrinology. She got her and they talked to me both together. And she was like, See, I say that all the time, and people look at me like I'm crazy. I'm like, no, the human body's pretty freaking cool. I'm like, I survived well over 40 pulmonary embolisms because I was an athlete. I'm like, Doc Shapiro's still trying to find out who else has had 40 pulmonary embolisms in their life and lived. Because we like to research and figure that shit out. Maybe I could talk to them and be like, hey, you're not alone. But I just want answers. Like, at this point, I don't care what it is, as long as I know what it is. I just want to feel myself again. Bye, Marlene. Be good. Stay out of trouble. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. That gives you a lot of room, girl. I just want to know what it is. And I know a lot of you can relate to when you go to doctors and you see so many of them and they treat you like it's in your head. Listen, I used to work 3 jobs, put myself through college while raising 2 kids alone. I am not a complainer. But when I know something is wrong, something is wrong. But it pisses me off how my doctor could be like, oh, well, you know, in the medical field, they constantly always say everything is because of woman's anxiety. I'm like, but you're a woman in doing it. So what does that say about you? You know better than them. I even asked her, I'm like, when was there ever a time when I said there was something wrong, but there really wasn't? Yeah, never. So maybe you shouldn't have thought that. But all she saw was the weight gain. She didn't see why I said they're gaining weight, because she's usually really tiny. She's usually really athletic. What is going on? But no, she wanted to try to shove diet pills down my throat and Ozempic. Which, giving Ozempic to somebody with problems like I have can kill them. That's why I told her to shove it. So I will always tell everybody that's watching me, that's not watching me, whenever I can, be your best own advocate. And even the endocrinologist said, she's like, get a second opinion. I'm like, honey, I did. She's like, not in that facility. She's like, they're obviously with each other and doing whatever. Get out of it and see somebody else. And I'm like, but the problem is she's got to do the referral. It's not that simple, man. I have a lot of severe deadly diseases, not normal ones that are common. They're ones that people never really heard of, not even some doctors. So a lot of people won't take my case of me trying to find a new primary. But I'm getting closer to finding a new one, and then I'm going to go after the other one. Because I don't want somebody to suffer the way I did. I went through a year. Actually it was 14 months of being in blood clots through my body, but so swollen my veins couldn't pump the blood. I was trying to survive. The amount of pain was the most pain I've ever felt in my life. And to be ignored like I knew I was going to die. I was like, all right, I got to be prepared. I got to prepare my kids because no one's helping me. But for the grace of God and somebody looking over me, that once sulfasalazine was in play, within a couple of months, my inflammation went down, which is supposed to take 3 months to even start to work. Mine started working in a month, and then it was almost gone in 2 months, the inflammation, which I still have some. But then all the blood clots from my arms, my legs, everywhere went straight to my lungs. Living through that was crazy. Nothing holds me down. I don't want other people suffering the way I do. Nobody deserves that. And to having such selfish, self-absorbed doctors where everybody in this world has anxiety, but you're only going to blame women that it's in our head, but yet we're going to die from shit because you guys think that. Like, come on, man. Have a good night, Bradley. So, that is somewhat of the update, because that one functioning. So, with the dexamethasone test, a lot of people didn't know about it, which I didn't either until I did it. They give it's like prednisone, but it's better, by the way, and it's stronger. It doesn't give you the harsh effects like prednisone can stop your lungs. Shit's scary. But this one, when you take it, it's supposed to make it. The normal should be like 1.8. Mine was like at a 7, which is normal, and it shouldn't have been that way. The normal for the test would be 1.8. So, I was in the normal range, like if I wasn't on it, which means pituitary. So it depends on how it goes. If it goes higher, it's adrenal glands. If it goes a low normal, it's pituitary. So I thought that test was pretty damn cool. I was like, dude, why didn't anybody do this sooner? Like, this test, and it took away my pain for like 12 hours. Well, it was more like 10 hours, but it was great. I got so much shit done, and then like midday, all of a sudden I start to feel the pain again. I was like, no, that shit's amazing. But, going back to dentures, if I'm going to be doing a lot of videos, a lot, back to back. I want to do more regular videos, not just shorts. I'll do both, but I want to go back more into videos again, because I feel like I can connect more with you guys doing it that way. And a lot of people don't watch shorts. Shit, I didn't even watch shorts till I made them. So, if there's any certain videos you guys want me to talk about, a certain section when it comes to dentures, a certain what element, it doesn't matter. Let me know. Let me know. You guys can email me. You guys can comment on the videos I do and let me know. Anywhere you guys want to comment and say what videos you want, just let me know. Because, I mean, I've done too many videos. I've done so many videos, man. But yeah, that's why my voice is so raspy, is because the pressure it's putting from the thyroid for pituitary and blah, blah, blah. Because people are like, Heather, your voice from when you started to now. I'm like, well, that's because I'm a mess, and they're slowly figuring it out. I'm a mess. Really big hot mess. It happens. But I want to put my stuff out there because I'm sure there's people that go through similar what I go through. I am going to make a video because I got to write down all my symptoms that I had that had to do with this specifically. And I'm going to put it out there, so if you guys go through something, you know what test to go for. Because you guys should not suffer the 14 years I did with it. That's absurd. There's so many times I wanted to give up. So many times I was like, fuck it, why am I even here anymore? But the only thing that keeps me going is my kids. Because I'm all they got. Yeah, I only stopped like a little bit. Okay, I stopped a lot when I was going through the blood clots. Like, the blood clot phase was hard for me to do videos because the pain I was in. But yeah, it's been like 4.5 years since I've been on YouTube, which went by quick. And Nancy, you've been with me for a lot of it. So it's just crazy how much time goes by. Thanks, Jupiter. It was hard. I gotta say, it was the most challenging shit I ever been through. Because when doctors keep blaming you or saying it's in your head or it's anxiety, you start to think, am I crazy? Am I causing this? Is this not real? But when you start to not feel temperature for 7 years, I couldn't feel anything. I couldn't even feel a breeze. Like, I couldn't feel anything. And I felt like I was burning from the inside out. It was god-awful. When I started going through that, is before I was on YouTube. And then I decided to do YouTube to help people. Because I shouldn't have got dentures, man. My teeth were on point. But I was on Cellcept. We all know if you have any infection, being on Cellcept, you have no defense. So you're kind of fucked. The problem is that doctors see normal people. So when you have somebody that's extraordinary, health-wise, something that's almost unbelievable that somebody would go through that, most doctors aren't educated with that. Like, I know that, here's the deal. In my facilities, I'm able to email my doctors and say whatever. I am smart to know I email what I tell them. Because I trust no one. I mean, come on, man. After everything I've been through, I just realized how many fucking freckles I have, and that's not even half of them. On the screen, like, I have a light filter on. A light filter. To take out some of the strength of my freckles. But me being Irish, Italian, and Brazilian, the Irish is showing, bro. Like, Jesus Lord. Okay, side note. Have you guys ever seen online where people are painting freckles on their face? Why would you do that? Like, I don't understand that. I used to, like, try to cover it with foundation and whatever else. And now people are literally, like, taking paint, like, going like this to their face. Or, like, putting dots. I'm like, why? Or you go out in the sun then. Be Irish. I don't know what to tell you. But it looks ridiculous, bro. You painting them on. Girl, I'm covered in freckles. Like, look at my shoulder. Hold on. That's all freckles. And this doesn't even give it justice. But it's like, I am covered in freckles everywhere. So that's why it was hard for them to find the melanoma that they just took out of me. Oh, I didn't tell you guys. Okay, so I'm allergic to bees, right? I was walking home with Thomas from swimming lessons like 3-4 days ago. And all of a sudden, a freaking hornet dive bombed my neck really hard right where I got melanoma taken out. Dick. But it hurt like a motherfucker. But I caught it. So just when he dive bombed me, like if he landed on me gently, I would have never known. And he would have stung me fully. But because he dive bombed me, I immediately took it off. Took him off. And it only light pricked me. Because being allergic, I would have not been able to use my whole right side. Or my EpiPen would have been needed. Like, dude, I was carrying an EpiPen with me everywhere I go. It's annoying. Because 2 years ago, when I got stung by a bee, which was a hornet, by the way, I couldn't use the right side of my body. It sucked. But yeah, I carry an EpiPen with me everywhere. So I've had to teach my kids how to use an Epi. Yeah, girl. I have them everywhere. Well, I had the melanoma one was hidden inside my tattoo. That's why, hold on, I'm going to see if I can show you guys. Well, they actually did it pretty well, the scar. Oh, it's yelling at me not to move it. But I have one here where it got taken off. I couldn't see this side of I'm blind, bro. I'm legally blind. I have no peripheral vision. So I can only see what I look at. And Thomas is the one that saw the cancer spot. He goes, Mom, I learned it in health. You need to get that checked. Boom. They worry about the neck one the most because it's so vascular on the neck. That melanoma just will be rapid quick. It runs through the bloodstream pretty quick. The arm, not as worried. When they saw my neck, they were like, yeah, we're taking that bitch out. And it was supposed to be smaller, but it ended up being 2 inches on each freaking thing. Because the person who does the checking, the pathology part, went away. They left already for the day because they took too long to do my stuff. Because somebody before me, it was just a mess. But dragonflies, why would they scare you? I'm always by lakes now. I was born and raised by an ocean, man. I used to swim in the middle of the freaking ocean by Jones Beach around Moses. I was a lifeguard. So people was like, oh, you worried about sharks? I'm like, no. I wasn't flailing like a freaking weirdo. I was just swimming normally. I wasn't on a surfboard. I wasn't surfing that day. So, I mean, like, I would just swim around, do whatever. I remember one time the current was so hardcore that I wasn't even swimming. It just carried me out within less than 2 minutes. And I was by the boats. I'm like, oh, shit. The guy looked down. He goes, what the hell are you doing out here? And I'm like, I don't know. The sea took me. So I just let it go. And he goes, you need to go back. I'm like, well, yeah, because the people look like little tiny ants. Like, I looked. I'm like, oh, my family's going to be freaking the frick out. I was a teenager, but I was the only one with balls to go out there. But when I went in, they didn't even notice I was gone. I was like, well, that says a lot about my family. But, yeah, I didn't realize how far out I was. And the boat guy's like, aren't you worried? Even the guy said, aren't you worried about sharks? I'm like, no. I'm like, I'm in their home. How would you feel if a half-naked person was running around in your home? Like, that's how I always looked at it. I even have sharks swimming around my ankle. That was my favorite tattoo ever. But, yeah, I'm covered in freckles all over. It sucks. So when they try to use the microscope and really check every single one, I'm like, we're going to be here forever. Like, every visit, they do only one half of me. Because the top half is going to be more covered in freckles, even though I do have a lot on my legs. But they do it in different parts because I'm just covered. But I do have to say, yellow jackets are the most asshole ones ever. They don't care who you are. They don't care if you're like 50 feet away from them. They'll sing you just for the fun of it. And I think they laugh when they do it, I swear to God. Yellow jackets are the meanest. Usually hornets don't fuck with people. But I think that because the library over where we were walking, they're redoing it all. So I think they must have messed around with the nest or did something and it just dive bombed me. And I was like, dude, at least I picked it off right as it was stinging me. Like, right as I felt the needle, like the little bit of poison come in, the venom, I already had it in my hand taking it out. So it only did a little something. I took Benadryl, and then it was good. So I was like, thank God he dive bombed me, because I would have never known he'd be on me. I have such bad neuropathy that somebody can go like this, I wouldn't feel it. Girl. Yes. They're assholes. I can't even. When I was younger, I stepped on one of their nests because I didn't know it fell down. And again, legally blind. I have no peripheral vision, so now I'm always looking down because I can't see and I'm afraid now. But when I was younger, kids are fearless. I stepped on it, and oh my God, did it burn my foot. But I got like dive bombed by a bunch of freaking yellow jackets. And I'm like, ever since then is when I would say when I got stung when I was pregnant is what started my allergies. They do say if you get stung a lot, and I don't even do anything to these fuckers, but they say if you get stung a lot, you're more likely to get an allergy from it. So I'm just glad I felt them that day, or it would have been worse. But yeah, man, I hate them. And I live in the middle of New York, I should say. It's central New York. So I live by Cooperstown, Oneonta, that whole area. And it's been like 103 degrees, so they're pretty aggressive around here. I don't know where you guys live, but the heat this year has been insane. It's been insane. Thank you. Yeah, that's basically what you're going to get from me. I can't be proper. I just can't. Listen, I'm from the hood of New York. I grew up on the streets. To me, I find it respectful when somebody's always honest and real. If somebody's honest and real and don't sugarcoat it because they're being paid by something, I don't get supported by companies. They don't. When everybody works for Aspen and affordable, people tend to not want to associate with me because I'm very vocal on how terrible they are. Except for like 3 locations in America, they're usually terrible. From what I've heard from everybody that goes to them. It sucks. I mean, I've heard from the guy that used to live by me. He went to the affordable ones in Albany, and he said it was pretty good. But he was like, I'm also not picky with dentures. I'm like, oh, well. Girl, I've been saying I can't wait for fall, and people give me dirty looks. I'm like, who are you playing? Fall is the perfect weather. I love this fall season. I even have the wax melts in my apartment right now, literally all through my house every day. Because I always tell people, if certain smells can relax you and it's like a meditation almost, but you're not meditating. But it's like a smell can just take it down a few notches. Do it. Because anxiety can cause some severe shit. Yeah, I think it's like, I don't know, the sun feels like it's burning my soul. I said it to my kids. Because it'll be like, oh, it's 85 outside. I'm like, so why is the sun burning my skin right now? Like, if you touched my skin when I was out walking, it would burn. Like, you could feel the heat. The sun is strong as hell, man, this year. I don't know why. I think you and my older son are the only one that likes... Oh, no, my youngest too. I don't like citrus. And the reason why I don't like citrus is I feel like they put it in too much stuff, like overbearing. Like, I am over the smell of lemons. Yep. I'd rather smell limes. Limes smell better anyway. But because of my diseases, my heartburn is so bad that my voice is like this, because when I took Doxy, it actually ended up, like, burning my throat. And it literally says it on the bottle, it can cause that. I'm like, damn, I should have picked a different antibiotic. Thanks, Nicole. Mark, I think vanilla's in everything. But you know what I love the smell of? When you have, like, real apple. Not like if you do, like, apple pumpkin stuff. It just reeks of pumpkin. Like pumpkin spice and stuff. I like when apple and pumpkin are blended well together. I like a combination. Like, I used to be obsessed with, like, coconut and citrus and stuff like that. But then my smells totally changed. And then I started liking more of, like... If you ever go to Bath & Body Works, I get the leaves smell. So if all the girls out there, who know what I'm talking about. So I like leaves, champagne apple honey. I like stuff like that. Even the guy's mahogany coconut. Oh, I cook all the time. So I'm a straight up like authentic Italian cook. My family's from Sicily, Naples, Tuscany. So I've learned how to cook. Like I make my own noodles, my own sauces, my own everything. I made balsamic chicken, and I'm trying to remember. It was basil balsamic chicken. So what you do is like you use the balsamic vinaigrette, you let it simmer with the chicken, and it like becomes like a thicker syrup-ish type thing. And then in the oven, what I do is I put, because I make all my basils fresh and homemade, well, homegrown, because I love basil. I put in everything. It's also a super herb. It's so insanely good for you. It's ridiculous. It's an antioxidant too. So I put basil on top, because when you're done mostly cooking it, getting that balsamic crisp to it, you put the drizzle of balsamic on the chicken in the baking pan, and then you put basil leaves like coating up top, and then you put the Galbani mozzarella, because I really don't I don't want to make my homemade mozzarella. That shit takes time, bro. But take like a sliver of that so where like it melts beautifully. Dude, that shit was banging. My son's girlfriend was here for dinner that night, and I made 15 pieces of chicken. Because I get the chicken breast and then I butcher it myself and take out all the crap in it. And so I made like 3 slices per breast and did it that way. Because food shopping is double the expensiveness. I have 2 teenage boys, dude. It's not affordable. I don't care who anybody is. It's just not affordable. So when I made that, dude, I never seen people scarf it down so much in my life. They ate that shit. And my oldest son was like, Mom, do that again. So I usually do everything homemade by scratch. Yeah, it really is. You know, when I was younger, all my mom did was make freaking noodles, and I was so sick of it. She's also not really good at Italian. But when I started doing everything myself, and, you know, you experiment, and you cook, you become a pro at it, that now I could just do whatever. I think what's next is chicken franchise, but I'm not really sure. But I used to, not even that long ago, I was doing my shorts and showing you guys how to make an easy recipe for it, or show you guys how I was cooking it as I was doing it, like Sunday night dinner. This is the first time we're not doing Sunday night dinner because Stevie's going out to dinner with his girlfriend. My husband's at work, so it's just me and Thomas. But I wish food prices would go down because it's a little stupid. But that's why I make everything homemade. You know what goes in it, and you know it's going to be cheaper. I make my own bread. I make all that stuff. And honestly, it just makes you feel better. When you eat stuff from, like, getting bread from the store, I don't know. It just makes me bloat and hurt more. But if I make it homemade, I don't have that problem. So I don't know what's in that stuff, but that's why it's best to just make it homemade. But that's why I even tell the denture wearers, I'm like, guys, you can't be scared of eating with dentures. Because it's easy to do. All you have to do is use a good soft reliner and keep up with it. Don't have lazy moments. You got to stay on top of it. And you can eat whatever you want. As long as those things don't move, you're good to go. I don't use adhesive. I haven't used adhesive in years. Years. Thank God. Because I always felt like I ended up, even when I did my thin coat, when I made that concoction, I showed everybody to do a thin coat, blah, blah, blah. Even if a little bit gets on my tongue, it numbs out my taste buds. Yeah, that's if people listen. Like, I love to teach and to do all that. But even with my kids, they know I'm a neat freak. I have OCD. Don't mix things up. Make sure you rinse things, clean the counters, messing with chicken and shit like that. Like, you've got to be on top of it. But then there's times where I feel like that emptied their brain. And they're like, yeah, no, we're not going to remember that. So when it comes to cleanliness of cooking, that's the only thing that matters. When it comes to cooking, any mistake can be fixed. It really is easy to fix. Baking isn't. Baking, you have to be so precise with baking. It's insane. You make one mess up, you forget one step, you're done with. Damn, now I'm hungry. What am I going to make for me and Thomas? I don't know. Maybe I'll do burgers for me and him tonight. It's just us. Ooh, I could do roasted potatoes. Maybe he'll finally let me do roasted potatoes. So, my youngest has been having an addiction to baked potatoes lately. I don't really know why. But I'm a potato person. Love potatoes. They're also super healthy for you and have so much nutrition in them. And they fill you up. So I feel like at dinner time, it's good to tide you over until your breakfast. But I think tonight I'm going to do roasted potatoes. Because I love them. Ooh, I wonder if my... Hold on, guys. I'm bringing you with me. Goddamn, my ankle hurts. My joints are messed up due to the thingy. So... Ow. It's really tight. But... Ooh, yay. I'm going to bake cookies. So my kids wanted me to make homemade chocolate chip cookies, so I'm going to be doing that. Damn, now I'm hungry. I hate when you talk about food and then you get hungry. Yes! So, if you guys know where salted potatoes came from, it came from Syracuse. And my ex introduced me to them because he's from Syracuse. My son's actually going to college in Syracuse. But salted potatoes are like the little potatoes. And you just cook them in salt, and they're super salty and delicious. Yes, they're amazing. What I always do is do salted potatoes and take them out, put like little things of butter, and then spin them around with them, and they're just so good. Yeah, they are good. Just don't eat them a lot, because then you'll start swelling and retaining water, and it's bad for the heart. I feel like you and me are in the same food way. Because they're freaking delicious. I even asked my kids the other day if they wanted that. Because it just sounded good. With sour cream and chives. Yes. Oh, you know what's awesome? If you guys don't want to buy like chives at the store. If you go in the seasoning section. In a glass jar, the company's called Lighthouse. And it's chives that are freeze dried. They are amazing. Buy them. Buy them. They're the only thing I've ever seen close enough to fresh. They're so good. I haven't had lasagna in forever. Like, when I mean forever, I mean probably in a couple of years. Like, I'd rather have stuffed shells over lasagna. And it's basically the same shit anyway. Same with baked ziti. They're all the same. Just, you know, one's inside the shell, one's surrounded the noodles, one's whatever. Dude, I was talking about potato pancakes the other day. Wish you lived closer to me, girl. You just eat. Man, that sounds good. I'm gonna make potato pancakes, maybe for breakfast. Have a good day, Mark. Be safe. Alright, guys, I'm gonna get going because I'm gonna start baking these damn cookies. But I'm also gonna put them on shorts, so I'm gonna show you guys my family recipe that I don't like to give out, but they are on point. They are the best cookies ever. And the way I specifically make them, because I change it a little bit, and they almost look like muffin tops. They're freaking delicious. Now I want cookies. So, I'll keep you guys posted. Also, if you guys want certain videos reminding you, email me. Just tell me what videos you're looking for or ways to do certain things. But just make sure you got to stay on top of soft reliners. Don't try to ignore them, guys. You can't. If you want a good life with dentures, soft reliners, man. Yeah, I'm going to make chocolate chip cookies. And then I'm going to make raisin cookies, not oatmeal raisin. What I do is take the chocolate chip batter without the chocolate chips, and then I put the raisins in there, and they're freaking delicious. But chocolate chip tonight, I'll make the raisin tomorrow. I hope you guys have a good night. Thank you guys for being a part of my life. I love you guys. And I'll be popping up videos starting tomorrow morning. Later, guys.